Hello. In this quick tip demonstration, we will look at setting up an initial policy for the Cloud Secure Web Gateway within Web Protection. There are many options that can be configured with the Secure Web Gateway. We will look at using only the content filtering feature. After connecting to the Cloud SWG tenant, select Policy and then Content Filtering. There are default rules predefined which allow you to begin using the Cloud SWG right away. The top section is for the content requests going out, and the bottom section is for the response coming back in. Global rules begin with G1, which is for any source going to a list of permanently blocked sites. There is only one category here by default, and it's blocked. G2 is specifically allowed IP addresses or subnets, which by default is an empty list you can add to. These are to any destination and they're allowed. G3 is any source going to a list of allowed sites by IP subnet, URL, or application, and these are of course allowed. The lower section, the responses, contains the G4 global rule to block destinations by category, IP subnet, URL, or application. There are some predefined categories which can be edited. These are blocked. I'm going to start by making sure I can connect to a social network site, browsing to Facebook and to Twitter. They both work fine. Now I will edit the G4 rule, where the block categories are, and add social networking to the list of blocked sites. There is a long list of categories, so I can type the name I'm looking for in the search bar. Select social networking and use the arrow to add it to the list. Scroll down to see it's there, then save this parameter. Notice there are 14 items in the list now. The asterisk in the rule means that the change has not been activated yet. So go to the top right and click the Activate Policy button, and then confirm activating the policy changes. When this is complete, I go to the other browser, open a new tab, and try to connect to Facebook. This time, I receive the Access Denied response page. In this window, which can be modified for your company, notice there is a More option. Click this link for details. Scroll down to see the window. The source and destination are identified, and the error ID points to the rule that was enforced to present this response page. It points to the Content Filtering Global Rule G4, which again is the blocked category list. Now, I would like to add a rule to specifically allow this client access to Facebook while blocking others. You can do this with groups or individual users. This will take into account your Active Directory users and groups if you have installed the Symantec Auth connector, which is available on the portal. So I add a rule, set the source to the individual user in this case, set the destination using the domain URL option, and select facebook.com. If it was not in the list, I could simply add a new site as needed. I save that, and then set the verdict to allow, and add the rule. We see the new rule, and then activate the policy changes. After the policy has been pushed, I go to the other browser and connect to Facebook, and see it is successful because of the new rule. To test that the initial block works for other users, I log in as another user. I open a browser and try to connect to Facebook. I see it fail, and looking at more details, I can see that it was because of the original rule of content filtering G4. At this point, I come back as the original test user, connected to the portal. This time, I will block a domain name. I'll use cnn.com and block it for all users initially. The domain name is already in the list, but of course I could add it if it was not. Set the verdict to block and save the rule. Verify the rule is as expected, and then activate the policy. Go to the other browser, open a new tab, and browse to cnn.com. The connection is blocked, and the response page, More Details link, shows the new rule that was added, B2, is taking effect. At the portal, Content Filtering B2. Now, let's add a rule to specifically allow this user access to the CNN site. Add the rule, set the source to this user. This could easily be a group as well. Set the destination to cnn.com. And the verdict to allow, and then add the rule and activate the policy. Going back to the other browser, I tried to connect to cnn.com in the new tab, but the connection is still blocked. Looking at the details, we see the reason is still the B2 rule. This is because the rules are enforced from top down. The rule must be moved up, ahead of the current B2 rule. Click on the rule number and select to move the rule up one place, placing it before the block. So we see the block rule is now after the allow rule for the specific user. Activate the policy. Now go back to the other browser and open a new tab and try connecting to CNN again. Now we can connect to CNN from this user. These are a few of the options that can help you modify your rules for simple customization of the Symantec Cloud Secure Web Gateway policy. Thank you.